And we started the stream. Hello everybody, my name is Eyeless, back at it again with another detective-like game, because as I said last time, I just have a crap ton of those now, so we gotta get through them. So yeah, this time we are playing Clash Robot Detective, although I was kind of like reading like the information, not thesis, what is it called? Like summary of it, and I guess we are hired by Clash, like we're working with them. So we're not necessarily the robot itself. I don't know if we are going to be a robot, to be honest. I kind of figure we might be, but I don't know. We might be human in this world, or I guess a bunny, as it would be. But anyways, let's go ahead and start the game. I don't know what to really expect other than it's a cruise ship that we're on. It's been so long since I've had some quality time alone. Usually a quick drive out of town is all I could afford. Dude, I'm already messing up. It's bad. But then I won that cruise ship vacation and some sweepstakes that I entered on a whim. That's never a good sign. Sketchy. Can you believe it? Me on a high-tech cruise ship. Yeah, I feel like that's a bad, like, start to like a horror thing. I still can't believe it. And yet here I am. Also, this bird is just so loud. Are you voice or you sound? Because I gotta turn you down, mate. There we go. Got freaking scuttle in my ear. We're relaxing on the deck of the violet skies and drinking all the glorious open ocean sunshine. I beckon the robotic waiter over. Can't talk. Robotic waiter, would you like a drink? Wow. I wish it was this easy in real life. There's a soft whir as he brings up my digital ticket and gathers my information. I guess it is that easy in real life. They would just have a menu. I guess it doesn't really matter. What is my name anyways? Why would I be asking that? I-Y-E-L-I-S-E. Elise? Why did I say Elise? It's Eyeless. I just that everybody else calls me Elise, so I'm just so I'm so like connected to it now. It's Eyeless, guys. It's Eyeless. It's never been Elise. Let's see, what should we have? A chocolate milkshake. Oh, okay, indifference, hostility. Maybe we should get I feel like because we're gonna get like different stats, and I guess the guy is gonna watch us throughout this entire thing. I feel like we're gonna be a lot friendly, so might as well go for maybe compassion, maybe hostility. No, I don't want hostility. No, I'll get some compassion. I'll get compassion. Right away, Eyeless. I'll lean back into my chair. I don't know if we should be like taking this like a friendly route or not, but oh well. I can't help but think about the tone I took with that robot. I just skipped that entire dialogue, but that's okay. We don't need it. We don't need it anyways. I used to work at the restaurant industry, and it's very frustrating when customers got picky with their orders. I know, for real. I feel that. So I guess I just knew how it felt, if it could feel at all. I try to stay compassionate to everybody, even if it's just a robot. The waiter returns with my drink. Your chocolate milkshake, Eyeless. I thank the robot and take my milkshake. It's perfectly sweet, perfectly textured, and perfectly cold. The waiter leaves to attend other clients. Ooh. I settle back into my chair, happily sipping my drink. Life couldn't be better, except that it could. I just got smacked upside the head, it looks like. But apparently it's about to get worse. Oh, it's Usain Bolt. Actually, I don't know, but a man runs past screaming. The lifeguard, it's gone crazy. I don't like that lifeguard. Could we get a different one? The robotic lifeguard right behind him. It's a bloody mess. Dude, that does not look like a freaking machine. It's an amalgamation of like, I don't know, like Titan. Is that a hairdryer? Why would we even have, okay, first off, why would we have a machine as the lifeguard? I feel like that's just not a good combination of those electronics. Well, I guess they have shit. I can see why, but no, still not. They should have been a toaster though. Something dances across the optics. It's like a small world on new reel. Hello, Nix. How are you? A robot switches and focuses on the panicking man. To me, it's time for your swimming lesson. This does not seem good. I love the drawings of it. No, not taking it serious at all. I need to do something, and I need to get it done right away. I don't want to be a bad cop. I'm just gonna run. I run for my life. I recognize a bad situation when I see it. I can hear the lifeguard's heavy footsteps behind me, quickly catching up to me. Then I feel a hand grabbing the back of my arm. Surely, that's it. This is how I'm going to die. I am pulled away. Into the arms of another robot. Romantic! Sorry about the manhandling, my friend. I just need to get you away from harm's way. It's the start of a Wattpad! The new robot pushes behind it. I get a pretty good look at it. It's a police assistance robot designed to enter dangerous areas that humans have trouble navigating. Okay, so we are human, I guess. But it's wearing a trench coat and a nice hat. How odd. The robot stands between me and the lifeguard. It's time for your swimming lesson. Actually, I believe it's time for yours. Ooh. With a mighty swing, the hero punches the lifeguard and square right in the jaw. It is really just turning into a Wattpad. The force of the punch is enough to send it off balance. It stumbles towards the railing and into the water. So dramatic. And right over into the ocean. The robot claps its hands together, self-assuredly. Then it stares at me. You okay there, buddy? I'm not your buddy. How dare you? I nod. It's still a bit confused. You're good? The art? Yes, I do like the art. It's a very nice textured feeling that they're going for. My adrenaline is still pretty high from the near-death experience as well. Good thing I was in the area. Your method for dealing with the crazed robots could have gotten you killed. Maybe that was what I was hoping for, you don't know. I try to process this statement through the haze of bewilderment and adrenaline. You see, when you took off running, that just made that lifeguard want to chase you more. What was I supposed to do? Freeze and stand there while it killed me? No. There's no outrunning a robot, but clearly I did something about it, so I did the right choice anyways. A robot never runs out of breath. But still, it showed that you know that when to retreat and regroup. First off, running out of breath to you could just be running out of batteries, so I feel like I still made the great choice. That you'd rather avoid escalating a conflict. That's a good sign of a true good cop right there. I smile. Thanks. Why am I like this? Do I get to pick my own character, or is it just gonna stay shadow like that? I should probably introduce myself. My identifier is CL42H, Crime Investigation Assistance Automata. Folks around here, the precinct, call me Clash. And you are... The robot Clash doesn't even try to bring up my information. Why not scan my digital ticket and find out? I'm not connected to the ship's network. I'm not connected to any of the networks permanently, actually. I can pull off a peer-to-peer local connection for a few seconds, but even then, it's a risky move. Can't risk getting hacked into the poor sap I just sent over the railing. Oh, very good, I guess. My name is Eilis. I said it again. I almost said Eilis. My friends need to stop calling me that, I swear. A pleasure to meet you, Eilis. The robot reaches out to shake my hand. I don't like it. The hands are metal and skeleton-like. No, I'm gonna shake his hand, what? But despite that inherent creepiness of the robot, something about it, or maybe him, puts me at ease. He feels trustworthy. I shake his hand. I'm not gonna just because something looks weird, I'm not gonna just immediately be revolted and not do it. Clash then places a finger on his temple, as he was thinking. And download complete. Damn, still nothing useful. That murderous vessel is always one step ahead of me. Dude, what if he just like took my hand and like yeeted me off the freaking railing as well? That'd suck. The what? Yes, I'm here to crack the case of the murderous vessel. Ooh. So you're a detective? Yes, I am. Well, I'm trying to be. Look, I'm not like most CIAs. I'm sentient. Alive. Or at least, I'm pretty sure I am. The suit down here at the precinct have their doubts. And if I'm definitely sentient, then that means I qualify for human-level rights. They aren't sure if I actually am qualified yet. So they figured if I could solve this case, then that shows that I'm at a human's level of cognition. Therefore, they'll hire me on a full-time and give me the same sort of rights and benefits that human officers have. And if I could solve it, then it's back to being an apprentice. An appliance. So you... again, the what? I guess, because that's the only thing. The murderous vessel, that's what I call the memories of the machinery. Never heard of it? Good. It was classified as... I came back. The memories of machinery is a high-tech cargo vessel. I guess it wouldn't be bad to cuss. I mean... It's not like I'm a family-friendly channel, but still. One day, it vanished. No one could contact the ship or any new crew members that were all aboard. No one could trace it for weeks. Then it straightened again by a small fishing. Then it was sighted again by a small fishing boat. The ship was using its crane to methodically slice the flesh of sperm whale. What? And smearing chunks into the whale's meats onto its decks. Then it approached the small boat that sent it the signing. We lost contact and could only assume that they perished. Dude, what the heck? I don't like this story. And that's when the first time similar sightings have occurred, each time the signal was lost. We've been keeping quiet at the precinct, telling people that it's just unusual ocean currents causing all these boats to vanish. Somewhere in the Bermuda or something. But people are starting to clamor, and we need to get this issue settled before it gets out and causes panic. I'm here to find out what happened to the memories of the machinery and to cause it to act so strangely. I'm also here to decommission the ship and the rest of the responsible parties, so I'm keeping myself busy. You really think that a high-level hacker would be on the ship itself? I feel like they can do that from like a little bit further of a distance away. So you're pretty forthcoming with this information. I'm drawing while listening. Ooh, what are you drawing? Huh? You're right. I guess I was. It's almost as if I spilt the beans, not just one, but two classified issues. And now you're about to... and now you know about them. Looks like I'll have to hire you on as my assistant now. Do I get paid? Hire me? The only people who are supposed to know about the murderous vessel and my possible sentience are those who are working at the precinct. Everyone else could be in serious trouble. Hell, someone might even kill them to keep them quiet. So, what I'm hearing is I guess it's a human level area, because I feel like a robot shouldn't have made that. Is that a threat? From me, Alice, it's a warning. From anyone else at the precinct, that might be a threat. Besides, I could use the help. The funny thing about being in a machine is that you didn't pick up things the way that a human does. Even if as a sentient robot, there are a lot of things I miss or see differently. Especially without some sort of network connection I can cross-reference. I need a human perspective on this case. And I like the cut of your jib. So yes, I blab about the situations that you would have to have me be hired on as my assistant. So you in? Do I really have a choice? Not really. Well, you have plenty of choices to make throughout this adventure, except for this one. I will be getting paid, right? Yes. Hopefully. You'll be getting the same paycheck as I do, which at the moment is admittedly nothing. But once we crack the case and prove I'm sentient, I'll get a good paycheck. And I'll make sure to get you one too. So, now that we're settled, let's do some sleuthing, partner. Ooh. Now, I was able to download some data from that robot over at a local network. The lifeguard was hacked, presumably by whoever is behind this. Why would they hack the lifeguard? Also, I could completely hear the dog. Good question. There's been other cases of the cruise ship robots being hacked. You know what sucks? Is freaking secret Hecka took out the dog to like for a walk. That way like they wouldn't be bothering me. And then immediately they like came home not even like a minute ago. Or like a minute later. There's been other cases of the cruise ship robots being hacked. Granted, it manifests as annoying mishaps. You drawing a dragon character? Ooh. Lying sideways on the sofa. You're drawing it like a French girl. And the puppy, yes. And the robots were always able to recover quickly. This is the first time we got it so violent. It's always robots that are in close contact with the tourists. Lifeguards, waiters, janitors, never any autopilots or navigators. My theory is that it's easier to crack the tourist-focused bots than the staff-focused ones. Either that, or this jackass wants to individualize civilian casualties. Or hell, maybe he's just trying to keep me distracted. I wonder if there's like a safe mode. No, there's no clean version, but that's okay. Or hell, maybe he's just trying to keep me distracted. Sure, kept me busy for a few crucial moments trying to save you. Unfortunately, I can't decrypt the data that I have. Why not? I need access to the network to boost my processing power enough to crack it. But the risk of getting hacked is way too high. So anybody on board that could decrypt this data? Well, there is a guy, so bring him on. What do you mean? Why do you take me as a freaking assistant? Jasper Callan, ethical hacker. I had him on decrypt another code that led me into the lifeguard. Without him, I might have not even gotten to you when I did. Smart fellow, but he's kind of a douche, frankly. He keeps wanting to hack into my physique and see what made me sentient. That's kind of messed up. Oh, we go compassion. Exactly what I told him. It wouldn't be like pulling apart a machine. It wouldn't be like digging through a human soul. Or it would be like digging through a human soul. Callahan doesn't see it that way. He just sees me as a robot who's very good at faking it. I told him he must be familiar with the signs since all of his girlfriends must have done so. He told me, I didn't get that joke by the way, that went completely over my head. He told me where I could stick my magnifying glass, and I told him I had neither glass nor that specific piece of anatomy to place it in. Maybe we should take that data to him. Yeah, we should. Of course, we do have other options. Yeah, let's not go to him then. You said that the robotic waiters were targeted? Yes, why? Maybe we can talk to one of the waiters here. You really think that they might know something? And let me follow up with another question. Do you really think they're really willing to share? Maybe. This might be enjoying the... they might even enjoy the company. Then again, automated waiters have a tendency to be quite blunt. If you ever get an answer from them, then it'll certainly be an honest one. Too honest, maybe. Of course, we do have other options. Well, you hired me as an assistant to give you these things, and now you're not taking any of my suggestions into consideration. I just want you to know that. I'm being the nice cop here. Clearly, you're the bad one. I want to know more about this weird ship. Also, I feel like you're going to end up killing me or something later on. You and me both. Clash pauses. He has an air of surprise about him. I can't believe I didn't think of this before, but there's a research station on board. Really? More of a small library, but really. It could possibly be have the same data as about the memories. God, I cannot read. Possibly, hopefully. But it's better than nothing. If you insist, it does sound potentially useful since you're not taking anything else that I'm saying into consideration. That's cute, smiley face. And if we're lucky, they'll have all the clues pointing us towards the potential perpetrators. Of course, we do have other options. Could you take one of these freaking options? There are other options? For now, yes, it would seem so. I'll let you decide our approach. What? Why me? Because I need to put that human intuition into practice. So where to next? I feel like probably not Jasper. And I feel like we're gonna get killed here for the robotic waiters. So let's go do some research. Maybe I'll have time to teach you my digital speed rating technique. No, wait, I don't think humans can process data that fast. Wow. The research station is small but impressive. This is small to you? This is huge. Flash nods at the library collection, a silent approval. This is a nice little collection, and they have on board. You start checking for relevant titles. I'll glean some info off the computers over here. Is it safe for you? Computers aren't on Robotics Network. I'll be fine. I better be fine. We'll see about that. Flash heads to the computers. He takes a seat in front of me and then pulls the cord from the back of his neck and plugs it into the computer. An efficient method. I'll turn my attention to the books. 4 titles are in particular catching my eye. I pick one to glean through. Violetta, 1 for yes, 0 for no. Invasive. Smart technology. I feel like we should do this one. Invasive. Let's see. It's the story of an antique drone. It was sent into the ocean to destroy the nest of invasive fish. It showed no malice nor joy at this job. Not even when the invasive species turned out to be more deadly than anticipated. While it is an interesting insight, it's not as helpful as I thought it would be. Oh, hello, Dr. Grace. Hi, I'm Dr. Grace. I noticed you were examining that book rather closely. It's good, but it's not what I was looking for. Oh, I can help you find what you're looking for, can you? That'd be wonderful, Doc. Dr. Grace pulls back from Clash, a startled look on her face. Even though he doesn't really have a facial expression, I can tell that Clash hurts by this reaction. Yes, we could tell by the water drop. I didn't see there. Who let you in? Relax, he's a good guy. He's a robot, not a guy. And how could he be so sure he won't snap like the lifeguard did earlier? He's taken everything into precaution to make sure of it. I can tell that Clash is gleaming with pride. I nudge him in his metaphorical ribs to keep him humble. Clash shows his badge. Him, her badge. Him, her, his badge. Name Clash, robot detective. I'm going to see you. I'm going to need you to cooperate, ma'am. Dr. Great tenses up a bit more at Clash's stern tone. Really? Now? We're looking for information. Well, there's not much that I could tell you. Yes, I have a doctorate, but it's not in computer science. What is it in? Library and informational science. I mean, that might help somewhat. You sure brought that up fast. We can get doctorates in library science. You don't have any information for us? Unfortunately, no. My days are spent browsing computers, not hacking them. I wouldn't know any program from pudding. Good to know. I could tell you about the violet skies. That's okay. Dr. Grace has gotten on a roll and cannot stop. The Violet Skies was built 3 years ago. Rico's Robotics sponsored the creation of a highly automated cruise ship. Their main goal was to test if a mostly automated staff and crew were possible. Their former attempt on a fully automated staff with the memories and machinery went poorly. During the maiden voyage... Wait, what did you say? I said during the maiden voyage. No, before that. Rico's Robotics attempted a fully automated boat with poorly. And that boat was the memories and machinery. Yes. Ooh. The Violet Skies and the memories and machinery were made by the same company? Yes. Oh, freaking... No wonder we're getting crashed or hacked. I thought this was common knowledge. Clearly not. Clash pulls me aside. Well, this is an interesting turn. Clash tips his hat to Dr. Grace. You've been quite helpful, Doc. Dr. Grace smiles at me. I hope you and your robot get all the info you need, my dear. She has Riz. Most certainly, he's not my robot. I'm his assistant. If this were a game, then I just failed the speech check. What a funny things to say. It's true, though. It can't be true. You're a robot. Clash sighs and looking away. Is there anything else I can help you with? Not right now, but we may be back. I need to discuss these findings with my assistant. Dr. Grace nods awkwardly, turns away from us. Dude, she's judging us so hardly. We quickly made our way into the private area. She was nice. To you, maybe. I'm sorry, man. I tried sticking up for you, dude. Did my best. Get over it. Don't be jealous. Oh, don't worry. I'm not jealous. You sure? Yes. I'm just frustrated as well. For every one person who treats me like an equal, there's several like her who treat me as a joke. I really want to be seen as something more than a walking toaster. Can you, like, put a smiley... Be the dream and just have, like, a mask over you. I don't know, man. It might make it a little bit easier. You already got the outfit down, though. For what it's worth, I see you as way more. Say nothing bad a shoulder. I appreciate that. Thank you, Alice. Where do we go from here? That's up to you, Alice. I guess we can talk to the robotic. I think it might be easier to see Jasper and then probably talk to the waiters just in case he has, like, something to tell us. Okay, let's go. I warn you. He's a sleazy lad. We ducked in the hallway. Fishist. Knowledge, your robot. Oh yeah, my robot. I know. Clash enters one of the cabins. I follow him. Hey, Callan. It's my boy. It's not yours or anybody else's. You're a robot. Legally, you have to belong to somebody. Jasper Callan immediately strikes me as a douche. Yes, a little bit. And who's your friend over here? Did you just push him? Excuse me? This is my friend. Screw you. I don't like you. I don't like you. Jasper's definitely a douche. I'm going to have to ask you to refrain from speaking to my assistant that way. Thank you. Assistant. Just kill him. Kill him on sight. We don't need him anymore. I lied. I want to go back. Since when does a human know to know a robot? Oh, are you also Jersey? Because as you could have seen in the freaking alligator episode, I can't do a Jersey accent. You're a sad, strange little man. Since now, I trust Clash. We have a job for you. Well, we'll get right to it. Straight to business, huh? No hellos for flirtatious remarks. Why the hell would I flirt with you? Because look at me. Ah, forget it. So you guys just got a job for me, huh? Pretty sure it wouldn't stop by for some tea. I gleaned some data off a hacked lifeguard. It's encrypted and I can't crack it down on my own. If you wanted, you can connect to my network for a bit to decrypt it. Like hell I would. Just decrypt it and we will go. I don't know, CL428. Screw you, call him Clash. He's trying to be a real person. You don't need to be rude. What the hell are you dragging your feet for? It's just business, bro. So look, let's cut the deal. I'll just decrypt this data for you, if you let me hack into your systems. No. Look, I just want to see what makes you tick. You're a psychopathic sociopath, Callan. Look, I'm human. You're a robot. What I say goes. No. And I say, let me look at your tender code to see what's up. I kind of want to fight him. Use your wiles to make Jasper back down. Clash, would we letting him look into your code be so bad? No, we're not going to let him look into his code. I really just... I feel like he can beat me up though. Like, looking at him, I'm probably not that strong, but we'll try to be nice. I sighed sweetly and leaned over a nearby chair. And make sure the rear end is sticking out. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I didn't mean to do that. Mr. Callan, I'll admit that you aren't really my type. But you know, if you decrypt this for us, maybe I'll make an exception. No, don't. No. Okay, never mind. I should have punched him. That was my bad. No. Jester is staring blankly at me. I don't think he's used to this sort of positive attention. Continue with the ruse. I'll make it worth your while if you help us out. No, I'm gonna literally kill you. Stab you after this. I'm not even just thinking about a date here. You want some new equipment? A blank check. A favor in time of need? I wink at him. I'll oblige. You just gotta decrypt the data for me. Jasper craps the lopsided grin. A part of me is thinking this is a ruse, but it is. But I'm willing to risk it for the beauty. Give me the data. Well, I mean, we got what we wanted, so I guess a win's a win. No, I should just beat him up on sight. A USB stick pops up from the side of the Clash's head. The hands, yes, I want to throw the hands very hard. He hands it to Jasper. Thank you kindly. Give me some time to decrypt this. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves while I do this. Jasper takes the USB stick, jams it into his computer, and begins to work. Then leaves me and Crash some time to talk. That was some quick thinking there, Alice. A bit uncomfortable, but quick, nonetheless. You think you were uncomfortable? Okay. Trying being in mine. Not to humans. No, I'll just say thanks. Hey, I'm just calling where I see it. You've got a good instinct for situations like this. I'm just sorry you had to demean yourself for a bit. Hey, I wasn't forced into it. I chose to do it. I mistakenly chose to do it. That's not what I thought it was going to be, but I just thought I'd be like, hey, you know, I don't know, man. I didn't think it was going to go that way, though. True. That was all on you. But I'm a bit concerned. You were really quick to start flirting. I doubt Jasper would have the guts to force anything, but I can take care of myself. You're worried? Well, yeah. I've seen humans come to the precinct where throwing their bodies at the officers like nothing special. Their stories they had were, though, heartbreaking. It takes a lot of hardship to get a human to that point. Look, for me, it's not a common occurrence. Say nothing. Your silence is damning. For what it's worth, I'm here for you. I'll keep that in mind. Jasper suddenly stands up. Gone is his earlier impish personality. He's completely serious now. This is not good. What have you got, Callan? The data from the lifeguard? They were orders to cause distraction. Stir up and beat some people. It's just to keep them busy. It's distracting from what? I have my suspicions. Whoever wrote these codes, also the music's so loud. I'm just gonna turn that in. Whoever wrote these code was smart enough to keep their name out of it. Yeah, obviously. But there was another name. Salus. Salus? You know him, Clash? I'm not sure, actually. It sounds familiar. I remember a new program a few years back about a new navigational AI program called Salus. It was going to eliminate the need for human crew members. It had a higher reaction time and could avoid potential collisions more efficiently. It also had a secondary goal, studying and comparing citizen intelligence to human. Unfortunately, Salus decided that the best way to compare would be to merge, hence why he was shut down. Dude, have you ever seen the TikToks of like the robots that like deliver the food and stuff like that? And it's like, it's always Austin that's like stuck in the worst places. You'll be like just in the middle of the road or like pushed over or whatever like that. I just feel like it's not good to replace the humans with certain things like this. I whispered to Clash, so that Jasper can't overhear. So then, it's not a human that we're looking for. Clash responds just as quietly. No, we could still be looking for whoever unleashed Silas. They shut down the project pretty quickly, so someone had to have reactivated him. We are still on the track of, still on the same track as we were. Dude, why is this so difficult? I don't know, I think ever since, like, I went, like, kind of, I'm not necessarily deaf, but, like, my ear kind of just, like, went out in one thing. It's made it very increasingly harder to just, like, talk in general. And I think, like, my mind is just focused on the fact that things aren't right. So it's, like, screwing up my entire body. I guess my mindset, not my body. My body's fine. It's not like I'm functioning differently, necessarily, other than my voice. There's just a rampant AI involved now. What are you guys whispering about? Flash goes back to speaking normally. Confidential matters. And are you guys able to track where the data came from? No, I can't source it. If you guys give me some more time with it, I can see what I can do. That might take a few hours, though. Get on it, Callan. In the meantime, we'll keep up our investigation. Sure thing. Jasper looks worried. This is real serious, huh? Yes. Even more serious than I suspected. Jasper is quiet as he lets that sink in. I'm sorry I was being difficult. If I had known there was a rogue AI involved, there's a lot you aren't allowed to know. I'm still sorry. Hurt my ear? Yes, definitely. Hey now, don't try it at home. I don't know if that's what you're referring to next, but if you can't fix it by tracing that signal source. Sure thing, Clash? Yes, you said his name. Oh, I still hate you. I'm gonna kill you at the end of this game. I appreciate it. We start to leave Jasper's cabin now that he could work in peace. He calls after me. Oh, hey, so when things slow down, how about we grab some dinner? Just you and me. Some candles and smooth jazz. Oh, that flirting stuff was a ruse, but see, if I say it's a ruse, I feel like he's not gonna finish the rest of the work, is the thing. So I feel like I'm like now stuck in a situation where I don't know what I'm gonna do. Dang it. I don't know. I was half deaf for a couple months too. Dude, I'm at least going to the freaking doctor like soon on the 14th, so it's only like 7 more days, but still, unos honestios. Anyways, I don't know. Which one do you think I should do? Should I tell him, or should I still keep it a secret? Or somewhat secret, at least. I don't know. Oh well, I think I'm just gonna say it sounds nice and then not actually go. Jasper grins. It's a date. He goes back to work. I catch up to Clash on the deck. I overheard your conversation from here. You're not actually considering going on a date with him, are you? Nope. No, you're not. You're a sneaky one. So, I'm so glad I don't actually have to go on that date. I would have been so nervous. So now we know where there's an advanced AI mixed up things in all of this. So what do we do now? We try and track whoever let Silas loose. That way we can bring him to justice after letting their program cause so much destruction. Secret little, yeah. As for how we're gonna go about that, the choice is up to you. Okay, let's go to the robotic waiters now. This should be interesting. Would you like me to buy a drink for you while we're there? Oh, aren't you a fancy one? Yes. We head towards the robotic waiters' charging stations. Okay, I was about to say, what are we freaking doing here? And not, like, in the duck. I feel very awkward. I'm not supposed to be here. Clash pats me on the shoulder. Relax, Silas. If anybody tries to throw us out, I'll just show them my badge. And then they'll have to stay with us then. You have a badge? Okay, admittedly, this is one of the plastic badges that they give to kids to visit precinct for field trips, but it has a new coat of paint on it for a custom logo. It's fine. The precinct gave it to me as a placeholder. When I prove I'm sentient, they'll promise to make me a real one. And then the one you have is now official and left for work? Of course. Sure. Excuse me, but this is a restricted area. Clash shows the robotic waiter his badge. Clash, robotic detective. This is my assistant. We're here on an investigation. I don't care. What? You should leave. I recognize you. Yes, Alice. I served you a drink earlier. I'm surprised that you recognize me. Most humans can't or don't care to differentiate us. Now look here, Mr. Unit numbers that I'm not gonna say. Waiter. We'll just call you waiter. Mr. 5. This is a very important case. Okay, never mind. I'll just call him Mr. 5. It is within my rights to ask you a few questions. I am used to being called a waiter. And you're a robot, like me. What rights do you have? Right now, I am working to gain my rights. What are you working for? It is in my program to... And are you getting paid for any of this? Dealing with a-holes all day? I'm working to gain my rights, while you're working to stop me. If I gain my rights, maybe somewhere down the line you can gain some as well. But it's not like you'd care. Stupid menu face is content with being a mental slave for the rest of his life. Come on, Alice, let's go. Wait. Yes, Mr. Witter? Perhaps it would be acceptable to let you stay and ask you your questions. Wise fellow. I find myself gasping at Clash. I didn't expect that sort of aggressive tactic from him. I can't help but wonder if he's trying to balance his tactics to his own. If he's trying to be by the bad cop to my good cop. Oh, if he's trying to be the bad cop to my good cop. That'd make more sense. What would you like to know? Tell me, if you know about the lifeguard who got hacked. It performs its duties admirably. Many humans were rescued from drowning under its watchful gaze. Adult females seem to enjoy its physique. The waiter shows its thin, synthetic, skin-covered hand. We do not get those kinds of compliments. What is with the skin anyways? You look okay. You're a terrible liar. But I appreciate the attempted compliment. I don't think he looks bad. I mean, obviously I don't see it close up, but still. Nothing strange was happening to it before it snapped. Snapped. Dude, I cannot talk with, like, my ear being like this. I don't know why. I, like... It sounds horrible. And even my mom was like, oh, you sound like you're talking weird. And I'm just like, yeah, obviously, because I can't freaking, like, hear myself half the time. Like, I could hear it, but it's just not right. It was operating within intended parameters. Until it received a signal from its unknown source a couple days ago. It mentioned offhandedly to one of us evening that it felt as though we were... though its head were coward. Dude. I wonder if it is the ear that's messing up my reading. I guess we'll find out next week. Well, I guess we won't find out next week, because we'll find out in 2 weeks if it changes. That is, if my doctor can fix it. It mentioned offhandedly to us that one evening that it felt as though its head were crowded. Oh my god. I can't read. Filled with too much data. Half-deafness enemies. Dude, I don't know what happened, man. The closest equivalent to a human would be a headache. The program was probably on a timer then. Upload the code to have the robot continue about its business until a busy weekend, then let her rip. No, let her rip. It's Beyblade. That is logical. It's just gonna be spitting. For whatever reason, Saturdays are statistically the busiest day of the week on Violet Skies. Jasper did say that the program was supposed to be causing a distraction. Oh my god. Yes, but why only the robots who worked for the tourists? You'd think that Silas would try to hijack the whole boat if he really wanted to cause a distraction. If I may be so bold. Shoot, my man. I do not have a gun, but I can offer a suggestion. That is what I meant, sir. I've been listening to the local gossip. Some of our more high-tech savvy guests have come up with our theory. Forward-facing staff such as myself and a lifeguard are on a different network than the navigational systems. Said navigational systems networks may have a higher security. This may explain why the certain robots are targeted over others. That would make sense. I have come up with this theory of my own as well. Do tell. Whoever is this hacker, it does not want anybody dead. The humans are being frightened and injured, but they are being kept alive. The hacker, whoever it may be, may want to finish the job themselves. I remember what Clash told me about the memories of machinery, on how it would smear a whale's flesh on the deck, then cause the boat-going humans to vanish. I feel a pit in my stomach. Begin to form in my stomach. I think Clash has hit upon the same idea I have. Really excited to not come up with that idea at all. I'll just tell you that right now. He pulls me aside. You had an ear infection that ended up slightly rupturing my eardrum. Dude, I freaking hope my eardrum isn't ruptured. I will be so sad. Because that seemed like it's going to take a while to heal, rather than just one doctor's visit. I'm hoping it's going to be one doctor's visit and then it'll be fixed, but I doubt it. While I hate to jump to conclusions without definite proof, I have a hunch as to why the memories of the machinery is keeping people distracted. It's definitely running at that secondary program, and it doesn't want its prey noticing it. So is it hunting us right now? It's a pretty well-formed theory, waiter. Yes, if it's hunting us. Grisly thought, isn't it? All the more reason to solve this now and get that thing shut down. Well then, Mr. Waiter, you have been very helpful. Are there any other questions? Not right now. But stay in the area, in case we have any more. There is nowhere else for me to go. Clash and I thank the waiter as we leave. I feel that the waiter's monogamous gaze is the back of his head as I go. I don't know what to make of it. I'm sure he's just being friendly. We'll take the best of the situation. So now we have a good grasp at why certain robots are being attacked. And we suspect that the memories of the machinery is hunting down the ship. Right. Which is kind of screwed up. Right. We should have solved this case and get that thing shut down before it starts smearing us all over itself. Right. I hope you get better. Thanks, dude. I hope so too, because that's annoying. Dude, I cannot imagine a whole month that you're like half deaf. That sucks. Are you listening? Right. I bet a bit. There's a scale on invisible ink down in the gift shop. Wow, really? Oh, sure. Now you're paying attention to me. I said sale, not scale. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. We've got a crazy AI who's taken over a cargo vessel, and now it's hunting whales and humans. It's hacking robotic staff to keep people busy while it tracks them down. But I still don't know why. We should try to do some more investigating. Then maybe it will start falling into place. My thoughts exactly. I honestly can't think of anywhere else to go, can you? I can't think of anything either. We know that Silas is involved. We know that he's hunting the Violet Skies. We know that the Violet Skies and the memories of machinery are connected, but we still don't know why. He pauses. I can tell that he's frustrated. Maybe we should just take a break. I think about what we've gotten so far. That's actually a good idea. Come on, let's go back to the pool. Sounds good to me. If I could drink, then I'd eat a stiff one. We've We return to the poolside bar and order an ice-cold bottle of water while Clash thinks. I can think that he's quite stressed about the whole situation. I feel that I should say something to help him out. Cheer up, we'll figure this out. I don't think that's probably not the way to go. I get how you feel, but you need to stay calm. Suck it up, buttercup. And hell's bells, get over it. No, I'll go compassion. I get how you feel, but you need to stay calm. Calm? Of course I'm calm. It's not like everybody's lives are on the livelihood. Lives in my livelihood are riding on this. I'm the calmest sentient being on the tub right now. So calm that I figured out what's going on. Really? Wait, no, the plan would never cross a computer's mind. It looks like Sapnap, kind of. At the moment, a man approaches us. Clash immediately snaps to attention. Officer Glenn, CL42H, reporting for duty. At ease, CL42H. Clash, are you okay? Sorry about that, Eyeless. Old instincts kick in. You're still going by Clash? Yes, it's a bit more humanizing. The officer laughs heartily at the statement. Clash's fist balls up with anger. You're a robot. I know, everybody at the offices was calling you Clash. They were being sentimental idiots. Oh my god. Projecting their own humanity at you. Into you. Deciding you were sentient just because they liked you. From what I've seen so far, your sentient shtick has been pretty good, but ultimately nothing before it than a trick. Take that back. You can't say that about Clash. I'll still be a good cop. Aren't you sweet? Look, I'm here to check up on this hunk of junk. I told the precinct that you should still have been here to solve this by now. Wouldn't you know it? They agreed. They wanted me to let you know that you only have 3 more days. 3 more days? Otherwise, they'll be pulling you off the case and putting it on me. That's not enough time. Well, then you obviously don't have a human-style smarts for this. That's the whole reason why I gave you this case, right? What's the matter, CL? Your logic processing glitching out? Or whatever the hell you're made of? Well, that's rich coming from you. Tell me, what exactly are you doing right now? You know what I'm trying to stop. You know how dangerous it is, and your reaction is to track me down and harass me? For someone who swore to protect the populace, you sure do have your priorities skewed. So unless you have something to add that might actually be useful, would you kindly piss off? The smug smile on Officer Glenn's face is gone. He stares at Clash, his face tense and his veins bulging. I'm afraid that I'll have to break up the fight before not too long. Finally, Clash pats me on the shoulder. Now if you'll excuse me, my wonderful assistant and I had to check case of crack. Of course you need a human assistant. Any Sherlock worth their salt needs a Watson. Officer Glad jabs a meaty finger at us. This isn't over. I'm a Watson. You're gonna fail. I like Watson. 3 days. Screw you, dude. So now we have another one on our kill list. Officer Gleeden storms off, muttering under his breath. Sorry about that, Alice. Officer Glenn is a very passionate man. Once he's decided something, he doesn't cave. He always thought it was ridiculous sending me into this case. Surprised the precinct sent him of all people to keep an eye on me. Why are you even over here? How did you get over on the freaking boat in the first place? That seems like a waste of money. Like, to just send an officer all the way over here. Via boat or helicopter, whatever you took. Surprised the precinct sent him of all people to keep an eye on me. Maybe they're trying to change his mind. Maybe they didn't send him and he's just waiting for you to fail. Maybe. Well, whatever the reason, he's going to get the satisfaction of seeing me fail. He's not going to get the satisfaction of seeing me fail. We're going back to crack this case wide open. That's the spirit. As soon as I figure out the next step. Detective Clash. It was rude. How dare they? I was 2 months half deaf. Took 4 months for the eardrum to heal and stop leaking. I hate this. I don't want it to be freaking 4 months. Like my eardrum, there's like nothing like leaking at it or anything. It's just like hearing's just gone. I don't know. Oh, waiter, hello. Wait, you are the same waiter that we were talking to earlier, right? Yes. No, oh, never mind. I lied. You look just like him. I know. But that specific waiter is currently busy with ordinary clients and asked me to pass this along a message to you. I don't know if this is supposed to mean like ordinary or this is actually a word, but oh well. It learned that the man who was attacked by the lifeguard is conscious, in stable condition, and accepting visitors. Really now. It assumed that you would find this information forthcoming. It assumed correctly. Are we going to talk to him? It's the least big a deal. Okay. We make our way to the medical facilities. Oh no. Looks like a PewDiePie Germa mishmash. A nurse leads us to the room where the man is kept. Let's await him now that he has visitors. When I enter the room, the man brightens up. But when he sees Clash, he flinches back. That's okay, he's a friend. The man does not relax. You're Julian Zanda, right? Julian looks at me and points shakily at Clash. I don't want him here. They said there was a detective here to see me. That would be Clash here. No, I'm not speaking to any robots. I don't want any robots here. Clash isn't like the lifeguard. He won't hurt you. If you don't let Clash stay, I'll give you something to be scared of. No? Clash, maybe you should step outside. I don't know. I shall still hope for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, let's just have him step outside. I'll be in the hall. Okay. Seeker just came into the room to say, I'm gonna get snacks. I don't understand what that had to do with me, but okay. You think you can handle this in the Oh, because he's leaving the house. I see. I just heard the door open. I thought he just meant snacks in, like, the pantry, and I was just like, why would I need to know this information? No, he left the dog here. Oh well, that's fine. You think you could handle this interview on your own? You might need to get a little rough with him. I'll be alright. I'm not gonna get rough with him. The germ is our friend. Clash steps out of the room. He seems hesitant to leave me alone with Julian. Julian, meanwhile, breathes a sigh of relief as soon as Clash leaves. Please tell me everything. Julian sits down on the side of his bed. I'll take a seat in the cross chair from I take a seat across from him. He takes some ragged breaths. I wait patiently. Okay, I'll tell you everything I know. So, why were you in the Violet Skies? I was here on business. My friend convinced me to grab a job here, so I could work over the summer. I was going to work with maintaining the waiters. She's going to be over in the research area. We were even teaching each other stuff about our jobs. Is it Dr. Grace? Yes, that's her. That's why I'm here. And as for why I got attacked, I might have made myself look like a target. I wasn't at my best today. Why is that? Grace had told me about some self-absorbed hacker who kept harassing her. And then I was trying to fix one of the robotic waiter's elbow joints, and this officer kept nagging me to finish up the job so he can talk to the robot. It was just really sourced my mood and kept me distracted. I might have taken it out on the lifeguard. He was just standing there, staring off into space. I told him to piss off, which I guess pissed him off. He was so fast. What was the hacker talking to Dr. Grace about? I feel like that might be more information, but I feel like it's a bad officer that's just probably gonna screw everything over. That one guy that doesn't like Clash. What was the hacker talking to Grace about? He kept nagging her to look at his paperwork in certain physical areas. Oh, what the heck? I think I know who you're talking about. So yeah, I was annoyed on her behalf. I paused thinking. Everybody we had talked to had held information from us. Maybe they had reasons. Screw those jerks. I mean, are we saying those jerks as in like the thing? I'll just be hostile. Holding out on us like a punch of contritional pricks. Oh, when I get my hands on them. Then again, Clash probably wouldn't let me do anything. Was that everything, Mr. Xander? Well, except for the part where I was knocked out and brought here. I didn't even get any visitors except for you and Clash, was it? Grace didn't even come by to visit. Wow! I'm sorry. It's fine. She's probably way too busy. Anyways, that's all I can tell you. Sorry it wasn't more. Don't worry, it was plenty. Clash replies from the hallway. Mr. Clash, sorry I couldn't let you in here. That lifeguard scared the crap out of me. I don't know if I'll ever trust a robot again. No offense. That's not the worst thing I've been told. So, is that it then? Yeah, I think so. Get some rest, okay? Will do. I think that was pretty, what is it called? Pretty successful of a mission, I guess. Even though you didn't trust me, I did just fine. I rejoined Clash in the hallway. Looks like all of our friends are more connected to this than they let on. We better have ourselves another chat with each of them. So what do you want to talk to now? Let's not talk to the waiter. We should probably, but the guy, let's want to talk to the girl. I think we should maybe talk to Dr. Grace. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get along better this time. I doubt it will happen, but I still can hope. We went back to the research center. Dr. Grace is jotting down the notes from the textbook. Oh, it's you two. What have you been up to since we last spoke? Visiting your freaking friend who's in the ICU. You probably should go over there. We were checking up on your friend, Julius. Oh. Her smile falters, ever so slightly. He recovered already? He took a steel punch to the jaw surprisingly well. He's always a hardy fellow. Any reason why you didn't let us know? Tell us you knew the victim? Cut the crap, Grace. No. Of course I had a good reason. I didn't think it was that important. That's bull, and you know it. Look, I didn't want our connection to be made known. If word gets out that my friend and I just so happened to get a job at the same high-tech boat, they might suspect that I pulled some strings to get him on board. Did you? Dr. Grace completely ignores the question. Not to mention the fact that we talked about our jobs with each other. Our bosses might assume that we've been sharing department secrets. Have you? Again, Dr. Grace stays silent. Please, Eilis, you can't let this leave the room. My job is on the line here. You've been ignoring my questions, Doctor. Dr. Grace is still focused on me. Of course, Doc. Answer Clash's questions, please. Or tearing up this master screen. No. I'll just say to answer his question. The family stops looking at me and instead looks at Clash. What were your questions again? Did you pull the strings to get your robotic in-training friend aboard? And have the two of you been sharing department secrets with each other? I mean, more specifically, how the robots on board work. I remember that Julius said that he and Dr. Grace have been teaching each other about their jobs, but could Dr. Grace really have learned so much in such a short time? Much to my surprise, Dr. Grace begins to cry. It's not a gentle or graceful cry, but full-blown gasping sobs. Oh, no. I have nothing to do with this. I cannot believe I'd be suspected of. I didn't say anything about suspecting you. I just need answers to find the real culprit. I'm just as terrified as anybody else on board. Why don't you talk to the hacker that was harassing me? Or those TV head freaks serving drinks on deck. Just leave me alone. Ma'am, answer my questions. You need to leave. I refuse to answer more questions, and if you don't leave right now, I'll have you confiscated, so get out. That could have gone better. Dr. Grace returns to her work, still sobbing. I step forward to say something else, but Clash stops me. We're done here. Reluctantly, I follow Clash outside, leaving the panicking Dr. Grace into her anxiety. Oh, I feel so bad for her. So, what are your thoughts on that little display? I mean, she's got a lot of anxiety. That's what I was wondering. If it turns out she had terrible anxiety this whole time, that would make her look suspicious when she was actually innocent. Then again, maybe she is involved. Either way, I don't think she is, by the way. Either way, that was a very interesting reaction from her. Definitely keep her in mind as we carry out the rest of our investigation. Who do you want to talk to now? Let's talk to Jasper. Oh yes, our hacker friend. He better behave himself. We returned to Jasper's cabin. He gave me a huge goofy grin while he sees me. You're back. Just checking on your progress. It's progressing. Good. There's an awkward silence. There's something else, isn't there? Why were you talking to Dr. Grace? Oh, you heard about that, huh? Look, it was about something that I'd find out. I was trying to get in touch with Julian about it, but I couldn't get a hold of him. I know Doc and Julian hung out a lot, so I was telling her to tell him. Also, I tried to ask her on a date. Of course you did. How'd that go? How'd you find out? Have you ever considered not being a perk? No. What did you find out? There's a serious vulnerability. I found a vulnerability in the robots. It took a liberty to come up with a patch. The rest of the robotics department won't listen to me about anything, so I thought Julian could apply the patch. You didn't mention this vulnerability either. Earlier. Oh my god, I can't read. I hate this. Yeah, I was slightly distracted. He says this while looking at me. I try to not to meet his eyes. I remember shortly after you guys left, and I was going to track you down and tell you. But I didn't want to leave the decryptor unattended. Also, sometimes I get really seasick when I'm outside. Inside and looking out the window, I'm fine. Strange. Yeah, I don't get it either. Getting us back on track, what was the vulnerability anyways? A black door that could allow someone to edit an individual's robot's code. The robot could be updated individually? Not usually. Most of the time, orders are uploaded from the network and then distributed to each robot. The method they use allows the robotics to catch unauthorized updates. But with this backdoor, somebody could update them to their liking, pretty much. Might explain why Silas has been able to hack stuff. Why would an AI need help? The magic of robot logic. With the right security measures, any AI would have been easily tricked and foiled. But if any human with even a basic knowledge of these bots unlocked that backdoor, Silas could have easily uploaded his overwrite. Well, crap. That's the first time I ever heard Clash swear so hard. Yes, crap is a swear. No, just kidding. Suspicious. I don't think Dr. Grace is suspicious, though. I'm gonna be real. This keeps getting worse. Clash waves goodbye to Jasper and then steps outside. He looks upset. Huh, I wonder why. I detect sarcasm. You're great detecting the obvious. Stop. Anyways, I better catch up to him. Hey, before you go, one more thing. What's up? Watch yourself around that officer dude. Glenn? Yeah, but him. He's kind of a freak. As if you're not. I give Jasper a look. Look, I'm saying that as saying the guy is a freak. Then he's a pretty big freak. Then I leave Jasper to his work. I mean, didn't like Glenn anyways, so I think Glenn is the most suspicious here, not gonna lie, because I feel like he's like afraid of like Clash actually being like a sentient thing, and he's probably gonna kill like maybe anybody that thinks the same. I don't know. I rejoin Clash on the deck. He stares out over the sea, so the culprit is definitely on board, allowing Silas to slowly take over the robots. Jasper told me some stuff that you may want to know. Like what? I quickly fill cash on what Jasper had said. Clash doesn't say anything, but I can tell he's thinking. We'll keep an eye on them. For now, let's continue our investigation. Who do you want to talk to now? Officer Glenn. Let's talk to the waiter first. There better not be any clients harassing our waiter friend right now. We go back to the waiter's charging station. The waiter watches us. I was expecting you. So you share the same Glenn bot. So you're the same gentle bot we were interviewing earlier? Yes. Did you speak with Mr. Xander? Just a little while ago, actually. Good, then my coworker got my message to you. But I was concerned it would get held up by other clients. I've heard you've been getting some interesting clients yourself. Indeed. Let us avoid beating around the bush then. So you're here to ask me about my interesting clients. So go ahead. Yeah, why did Grace want to we should know about Glenn first. What is that? The waiter tries to respond, but his voice is just a garbed static. He seems surprised with this. Yeah, it's like, in the Adventure Zone when you're not allowed to hear, like, the artifacts and stuff that are protected by the Bureau of Balance. They're, like, all just gibberish when it comes to other people that aren't allowed to hear it. So I feel like it's kind of, I guess not same situation, because I feel like there's not, like, any mystical thing that's probably gonna, like, allow you to kind of attach onto that, but it's just like being withheld that information by the other party. Probably freaking Glenn, I'm guessing. That more suspicious. Unexpected. Sounds like someone tried to put a lock on you. A what? A programming lock to prevent robots from blabbing about confidential matters. Flash, why didn't they put a lock on you about this case? I'm gonna ask about the waiter. I'm not sure. Let me try something else. Yes, I know Mr. Xander, Dr. Grace, and Officer Glenn. We did not talk about the weather. We did not talk about the terrible job the human janitors have done with this restrooms in the D-Wing. We did not talk about... Again, his voice is just noise. I am concerned and embarrassed. Little cheeks. I'm not only unable to speak directly of it, but I cannot speak indirectly of it either. Try writing it down. The officer picks up a nearby notepad and tries writing his message. Oh no, it just looks like abstract lines. Would now be a good time to mention that I'm not dexterous with a pencil? Yeah, a lot of robots aren't. It was worth a shot. So, you know about Dr. Grace, Officer Glenn, Mr. Xander? But if you weren't allowed to share any of the details about it, someone on this boat does not want me sharing details about them. We're dodging the responsibility. No, I don't think it's prudent. Whatever it is, it looks like we can't get anything else out of you. I wish I could have been more assistance. We could have asked him about something else, can't we? I don't know. We're returning to the deck. Poor guy, looks like he's a victim himself. Either that, or he's trying to dodge suspicion. I don't think he's suspicious, to be honest, but that's just me. Whatever the reason, we can't or won't get any information out of him. You're giving up on him that easily? I'm not giving up. If it is a lock, then we won't be able to say anything. Might even fry his circuits trying to brute force a bypass. If it's not a lock, then he's proven that he's not going to let anything out. Not without a hacking anyways. And I'm not going to risk him with Jasper. Either way, our chances of getting anything out of him would be small to none. We might as well check on the others. Okay. Who do you want to talk to now? We just need to talk to Glenn. Okay, I will say he isn't this nasty to everybody. Just robots and his assistant to robots. Using our powers of deduction, we figured out where Officer Glenn might have been. Sure enough, he was at the pool tables. Officer Glenn. Oh, you're back. It's not here to... If you're not here to hand in the investigation over to me, then we have nothing to talk about. Sounds like you've already been taking the investigation into your own hands. Glenn tenses up. What are you talking about? Snooping around the waiters. Yeah. Straight to the point, huh? Julia said you were trying to push him aside, and that you wanted to speak to a specific waiter. I wanted a drink. You couldn't have gotten one from the other waiter? I don't have to explain myself to you. Actually, you do. You were authorized to do any investigation here. You shouldn't have been... Or you never do when you fold him, do you? You know, because you're pushing that young man around? He ended up taking it out on the very robot that attacked him. Your actions directly led to an innocent man getting assaulted. The room goes silent. Glenn's face is hard to read. Sadness, anger, regret, maybe in all three? Look, I want this whole situation to be resolved. Then work with me, not against me. Tell me what you wanted to know from the robot waiter. Glenn is stubbornly silent. Damn it, Glenn, tell me. Just let me know what you know. Glenn is staring at, startled by Clash's outburst. I've read that 3 different ways. I'm fairly certain I'll see him reach for his gun. Oh my god. But he quickly relaxes. Can you guys not? Like, why don't we have a gun? I feel like we need that protection. Especially after what just happened in the morning of us almost brutally getting assaulted. Look, I'd tell you if I could. But I couldn't make heads or tails either. What was it? Glenn sighs the defeat and pulls out the USB drive. A copy of some orders that the waiter received. I wanted to compare its code to some of the other robots. You can probably plug it into your head and read it. Clash is visibly suspicious. I think I'd rather not. I try to read Glenn's expression. It shows neither surprise, relief, nor disappointment. Well, maybe you can take it to that weird hacker kid on board. By the way, keep an eye on him. I don't trust him. I don't trust either of you. I trust him more than you. Oh, I don't know about that. And he wanted to dismantle me. Actually, that's a real... Yeah. Yeah, I don't trust you at all. You're bottom of the line for me right now. English. Dude, English is so difficult right now. I don't know what's wrong with me. I mean, I know what's wrong with me, but like, I don't know why it's affecting me. Like, my hearing is affecting my voice. And like, reading. So what does that say about you? Glenn refuses to answer. And you should also keep an eye on that researcher lady. She's always hanging out with the engineer kid who got hurt. I smell a conspiracy there. You smell conspiracies everywhere these days. Glenn rolls his eyes. You wanted to help, and I gave it to you. Now, how about you get back on your little adventure and let me get back to my game? He goes back to his game pool. We step outside. Clash clutches his USB drive tightly. We better get this to Jasper. We dropped off the USB to Jasper and on our way to our next destination. He promises to get any new information as he can to us. Okay, great. Who do you want to talk to now? Ooh, it's all nighttime. I kind of want to talk to the waiter again, see if it's, like, maybe Dr. Grace has calmed down. I don't think she probably has. We could try the waiter. I'm gonna try it one more time. I think we got everything. Okay, never mind. Well, screw me then. We've learned quite a bit. Yeah. I can barely stop the yawn from escaping my mouth. You tired? I didn't realize how late it was. We've already been out all day, huh? And we only got a couple days left to crack this case. But you need your rest. What about you? Oh no, my batteries are still pretty charged. Would you like me to walk you back to your cabin? Yes. But I feel like it'd be better if he stays with us. He's not gonna do anything weird. Why? I have a bad feeling. I do have a really freaking bad feeling. Like, he's gonna die, not just me. I'll stick around and keep an eye on things throughout the night. Don't worry, Alice. I'll keep you safe. Thank you. Clash walks back to me by my cabin. Oh, I got an achievement called Stand By Me. Oh, you're so sweet. As soon as I enter the room, I fall into bed. The last thing I see before I fall asleep is his silhouette as he stands by the window, watching the sea. I awake at midnight. I have a terrible feeling, almost as if somebody's watching me. I look around for Clash. He sits in the chair by the bed. He catches my gaze. You feel that too? I nod. Stay low. I pull the blankets around my shoulders. I hold my breath, listening. Just put it over your head. The boogeyman cannot get you. Someone is right outside the door. Clash quietly stands from the chair. He's makes his way to the corner hidden from the door. The door slowly creaks open. An imposing figure slowly enters the room. Oh my god. Terrifying. It moves with robotic grace. I suddenly realize that I'm looking at the rogue lifeguard from earlier. Dude, I actually my heart slightly sunk when I saw that. I was just like, oh god, I'm gonna die. It has returned and now standing at my room. I'm gonna play dead. I lay as still as I can. I try to close my eyes and pretend that I'm asleep. Dude, freaking same as your sleep paralysis demon. Just pretend you're dead. But I'm too afraid. I look over at Clash. I hadn't noticed him grab the lamp from the nightstand, but he now wields it like a club. Clash brings the lamp over the lifeguard's head. But the lifeguard sees him grabbing Clash's hand. No! Please do not upset Robot Detective. Upset? That's putting it mildly. What are you doing here anyways? I punched you overboard. I swam back. That's freaking terrifying. What a straightforward reply. Your attack cleared my mind and brought me back to my senses. I want to help you. I don't trust you. I have not attacked you again. Fair enough. No, not fair enough. I think it's fair enough to assume that we can't trust you. A robot detective, what do you know about Silas? He's hacking robots to cause the chaos on this boat. Do you know who's making more of us vulnerable to his attacks? No. Lots of suspects, no confirmations. Then I will give you that confirmation. The officer. I figured it was the officer, but yeah, Glenn. He learned how to reprogram us. He had even planned to trick you into uploading a hacking routine. That USB drive he gave me. That must have been the code. I've worked with Officer Glenn for years. I didn't expect him to team up with a rogue AI. Why would he even do that? I have no idea. You would have to ask him. I think we have another chat with our friend. Friend is not the word I would say, even as a joking matter. It's too late. The lifeguard turns and points to the open door. The night is foggy, and it's hard to see anything, but the lifeguard's next words caused my stomach to drop, as if seeing you didn't cause my stomach to drop even further. Celis is here. Oh my god. Clash and I step closer to the door. We peer through the fog to see what the lifeguard is pointing at. At first, we start thinking the distant lights. We are staring at the distant lights across the ocean. Then, with a feeling of dread, we realize that the boat's lights are not far away. It's gonna be a freaking Titanic moment, but like just for the ship. Ship on ship battle, playing chicken. They are dimmed and right next to us. We crane our necks to the huge vessel. Blood and oil cake is an exterior. The crane on its back jerks around like a broken marionette. It's far too silent for such a vessel. Oh my god, I didn't like that noise. I like literally like kind of like jumped in my freaking seat. Romance. What was the romance? I don't think there was any romance to that. It was just creepy. Like even in the room, that was not it. Oh my god. A thunderous horn. That's a horn? A horn that sounds like a siren call of death itself. Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. The memories of the machinery has arrived. Spooky. Yeah, dude, I literally like physically jumped. Passengers leave their cabin in panic, not only to be caught by the vessel's claw. Oh, Clash and you? I mean, he did save me, so that's great. I mean, yeah, I was about to say quote-unquote saved me, but he really did save me from, I guess, the first guy, and then try to save me from him again, but it was fine. Anyways, they are crushed and smeared against the boat's deck. Oh my god. I can hear the screaming. So much screaming. I'm gonna die in this stupid boat. Clash pulls me back inside. Wow, this almost makes me want to be at the bottom of the sea in the Titanic, not getting crushed by this, but at least it'd be less painful to be crushed right away than the stupid game controller boat. We have to help those people. I don't think we can help those people, dude. No, we're just gonna have to go on board. As much as I'd rather not go over there right now, you're right. Yeah, I'm right, because what are we gonna do helping the freaking people? They're gonna kill more people if we don't help the first. We need to attack the source head on first. We have to stop Tylus, and we have to do it now. And I think the only way we can do that is to get on to the memories. I'll protect as many lives as I can. Thank you, lifeguard. Any suggestions for how we can get over there? Grab the crane as it lowers. Jump off when it reaches the other side. Don't get crushed. Thanks. That's awesome. Agreed, but it's all we got. Let's go, Alice. We rush outside, chasing the crane's claw. I don't trust it. Next time it crashes into the deck, Clash grabs me around the waist. It is a Wattpad! It takes a leap flying into the side. We narrowly miss getting crushed. Clash manages to hold on to both the crane and myself as it carries its payload back to the memories. And it lowers to smear the bodies into its deck. Clash, let's go. Oh my god. Once we have touched the deck, the memories have released my waist. He released my waist. I'm not trying to look at the broken corpses as we rush to the bridge. This isn't creepy at all. Door opens and closes, guiding us through the innards of the ship. Silas is allowing us to reach him, but why? Perhaps whoever is controlling him wants to confront us. Wow, it's like a whole Team Rocket situation. I guess it's every villain ever that's just like, this is my plans. That's Stephen Schwartz. I guarantee you it's Stephen Schwartz. Finally, we stand at the bridge. The center of the room. Oh, look, he's actually kind of like Perry. Anyways, in the center of the room hosts a cylinder that hums with power. This is the brain of the ship. I'm certain of it. Clash and I look at each other and nod. Give me a second. I'll see if I can find a way to shut it down. At that moment, Jasper runs into the room. Guys, wait. Why are you here? Jasper, what are you doing here? Strike that. How did you get in here? Seems you guys, I hitched a ride. And then I had to tell you what was on this USB drive. It's a good thing you came to help me with that first clash. Officer Glenn could have used that program to hack you. A soft click of triggered is heard. Officer Glenn. Again, why don't we get a gun? I guess it's... They wouldn't trust him with a gun, but still. And Officer Glenn slips into the room. I didn't trust you, freaking sapnap looking like... No! Jasper! At least he can die happy thinking that we were gonna go on a date. He fires a taser. Oh, it's just a taser. I thought it was a gun. Bro, I just saw he fires and I was like, no. He fires a taser at Jasper, who falls to the ground unconscious. You're a big guy. I mean, a taser shouldn't necessarily make you unconscious unless you like put that extreme voltage. He points the taser at Clash. It's a shame you didn't take the bait earlier. We could have gotten this over with a lot sooner. Why are you doing this, Glenn? Why? Because of metal freaks like you trying to take over jobs like mine. I mean, look what they let you do. I'm not about to let some damn machine take my job. People need us to open our eyes. The memories of the machinery was hushed by the folks who didn't want people to panic. I say, let them see how bad an idea it is to let machines do everything. I knew about Silas, how glitchy and screwed up he was. But he was stuck on this boat. I connected him to the back of the boat's controls and pointed him towards the violet skies. I let him do what he wanted from there. Once he sinks this vessel, I'm pinning the blame on you, CL42H. His name is Clash, and you will respect that. Also, I get personality stats. What the heck? A robot detective snaps, and the six gone rogue. AI on innocent people. Ooh, what a good motive to shut everything down. You've got to be kidding me. I'm dead serious, CL42H. You're taking the fall. I don't care about that, Glenn. But I just said, I care about all these people you let die to get back to me. Don't try to put the blame on me. Why not? It's all your fault. I wouldn't have happened if you weren't for your kind. Oh, okay, so we're just gonna pull that card now. You sat down and throughout this plan, it said it was okay. You knew that potentially hundreds of people would die, and you still went through with this. You did all this because you were scared and paranoid. You never stopped. And you have the gall, the absolute gall to act as if you're justified. I would have never came to up with this plan that involves mangling hundreds of citizens. That was all on you. So dramatic. Officer Glenn loves his taser. Maybe I went too far. Just slightly, you know? Yeah, I'd say so. Which makes what I'm about to do completely justified. Before Glenn can react, Clash disarms him. He fires the taser at Glenn, who convulses somewhat comically and collapses. Nice. That was satisfying. Worryingly satisfying. You're not going to become a murder robot on me, are you? After that rant I gave Glenn, I'm not planning on that. Thanks. Because I low-key maybe thought you were going to kill me. Just a little bit. Clash looks at the computer cylinder in the middle of the room. That's definitely Silas's source of power. We need to disable that right now. Doubt Silas will let us shut it down. Can you hack it? Maybe hacking would involve directly interfacing with it. So, in the name of not getting hacked, let's say no. I could try hacking it the old-fashioned way. Unless you want to give it a try. I noticed Jasper's staring on the floor. So does Clash. And one of us should check on Jasper. Just a little bit. He doesn't look too good. I don't think it'll be a good idea for me to shut down Silas. Like, what the freak do I know? I don't even know what my job is. I literally won the cruise. That doesn't give me any sort of credit. So let me check on Jasper. Of course you would. What do you mean, of course I would? I'm the human in this situation. What do you know about taking care of another human? Clash approaches the cylinder and tries to hack Silas. Also, you're the robot. You should know a little bit more about the computers than I do. I kneel down next to Jasper. He starts to stand up, but stumbles. I catch him before he falls back down. He leans up against me, and I prop him up with my shoulder. He looks at me confused. What happened? You got your ass beat. Of course I did. Want to hear something funny? Haha, funny, or as in comically crisis funny? Could go either way. I'll go for it. We already knew what you were trying to tell us. Jasper goes completely quiet. For a moment, I'm afraid he's going to pass out again. So I didn't have to come here and get beat up. You're right, that is funny. Clash looks over his shoulder at us. That said, we got a nice task for you. Oh, so I'm not completely useless right now. Never were, bro. Let me at this AI. Thanks. Jasper's fingertips fly over the keyboards as he frantically types. I can barely keep up with all the lines of code he starts firing into the program. And you wanted me to try to freaking do anything about it? No, absolutely not. Clash watches in fascination. It's strange to see hacking from this angle. Yeah, typing it out probably isn't as efficient as thinking it. It's pretty damn cool, though. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Clash. Mister? You've earned my respect, sir. Oh, you still suck. Oh, you have blood dripping from your mouth, dude. You do not look good. You better get done with that code before you die. And... well, that sounds promising. Suddenly the power shorts out. And we got him. Wait, seriously? Silas is no more. The non-computerized backup power system should turn on in 3, 2... The power flicks back on. Okay, my timing was off. Clash double checks the monitor. He lets out a whistle. Not only did you shut down Silas, but you completely erased the hint of him from the system. Remind me not to get on your bad side. I have no desire to hack you anymore. So that's it? We'll shut down the computer. And we caught the perpetrator. Seems like case closed to me. What are we gonna do with the freaking officer? Save the day and all those people who died? Clash and Jasper grow somber. Alice, we saved who we could. And if we hadn't stopped Silas when we did, there would have been a lot more deaths. Okay, exactly what my logic was, yeah. I sigh, still thinking about everybody Silas crushed. Clash puts a hand on my shoulder. I'm going to recommend they sink this ship. Maybe add a barrel at sea would be put their souls at rest. I nod. Sounds like a good idea. But for right now, let's get out of here. We need to wrap this up. Has anybody checked on Glenn? Glenn's just on the floor. It's not like a freaking taser is gonna keep him down for that long. We leave Silas's silent cylinder behind. We step outside on the deck of memories. The sound of chopping blades alerts us to the helicopter circling overhead. Yeah, I might have called the cops before I came to find you. That's funny, I sent out a private signal to them. To them right when I saw the memories. And that's not counting anyone else's who's called during the attack. No wonder they got here so quickly. The helicopter lands. Okay. A somewhat distracted officer approaches us. So we just left Glenn in there to his own devices? Clash, great job cracking the case. I couldn't have done it without my assistance here. Still, you got it done, my man. And if they don't give you human rights after this, then I'll eat my hat. You don't even have a hat. Much obliged. By the way, you'll find the perpetrator inside. Clash pulls out a USB drive from his temple. Got their entire confession recorded here. Their friendly officer takes the USB drive stick and nods solemnly. I don't trust this friendly officer because a lot of times they'll like try to stick up for each other and just, never be too careful. Then he goes inside to make an arrest. I'm gonna go over there and see if those officers have any first aid stuff. You still feel bad? Yes, in fact, I'm still in excruciating pain. I couldn't tell from the blood coming from your mouth. Jasper limps over to the other officers. I look at Crash, thinking about something he'd just revealed. You've been recording everything? Yes, I mean, he is a camera. I transferred the footage I collected that was important to the case to the drive. The rest I kept to myself. This is a huge learning experience for me, one that I really don't want to forget. What will you do now? Well, first I'm gonna head back to the precinct. I'll have to write up a good long report about this. And after that? Not sure, honestly. Maybe I'll stick with the precinct a while longer. Maybe I'll take advantage of my new rights and start my own agency. Whatever I do, I'll try to keep helping people. Sounds like a great plan. Oh, and that reminds me. How would you like a new job? I would love a new job because I don't even know what the freak my old job was doing. Doing what? Working as my assistant. Full time. Really? Of course. I've been paying attention to how you've been handling yourself during this case. Overall, you try to handle yourself with maturity and compassion. I'm sorry to tell you this, bro, but they're gonna need like some documentation on me that I got like at least a bachelor's or something. Well, I guess they would. No, I think they do require that. So I don't know about you, but I don't think they're gonna let me into the job. No, actually, maybe some sort of testing would have been done. Overall, you try to handle yourself with maturity and compassion. I can't think of anybody else I'd like to have on my side. I smile at Clash's statement. I mean, as a business partner. Yeah, that sounds unintentionally romantic now that I think about it. Anyway, what do you say? I'd love to keep working for you. I don't know, maybe I love to, but I can't. I just don't think I can because I don't think they'd hire me, but sure, I'd love to keep working with you. Fantastic. Give me some time to get some strings pulled for you. Okay, good. Yeah, you are gonna need to pull major strings. I'll give you a call once I'm ready for you. In the meantime, I've got a case to wrap up. And you've got the rest of your vacation to enjoy. I'm sorry, you want me to enjoy the rest of my vacation on a freaking bloody boat where thousands of people just probably died? I guess maybe not thousands, I don't know how big the boat was, but still. It's been nice working with you, Alice. He reached just out to shake my hand. Oh, I could hug him? The thought of this being goodbye, even if I might see him again, it's just too much. I quickly wrap him around a big hug. He almost loses his balance in surprise, but he soon returns my hug. He rests his chin on my shoulder and speaks softly in my ear. You've got a good heart. Don't let that go. I pull back and smile at him. I get the sense that he's grinning through his tears. Clash escorts me back to the violet skies. It is so romantic! Oh my god! True Wattpad story! Clash escorts me back to the violet skies. He tips his hat to me respectively before boarding the helicopter. I watch him go until the helicopter is out of my sight. Can I come with you? I don't want to freaking be here anymore. I make my way back to the cabin. The crew is trying to fix what Silas destroyed before we return to the port. And the bodies, hopefully. It will probably be take another day or so before we get back. I lie down in my bed and close my eyes, trying to empty my mind and go back to sleep. I feel like the freaking lifeguard's gonna come in my room again and scare the crap out of me. But all I can see in my mind's eye is clash. Intimidating culprits like a protective big brother. Creaking one-liners, also I wouldn't call him your big brother after so many different things of just like the Wattpad story like keeps going, and it's just like, big brother, no, let's not. Cracking one-liners and showing surprising wisdom. I'd never meet a robot like him before. I don't think I'd ever meet anybody else like him. I think you're gonna meet a lot of people like him. Not gonna lie. I'm so glad that we parted on such good terms. At the end of the day, I'm so grateful I met Clash, the robot detective. Nice. Wow! I want to go home. I want to too, because freaking... Could you just imagine though, like, not only the crane probably like puncture a hole in the side of that boat, I would not feel safe being in it, but they also like smeared bodies across like the entire thing. Like that's just not a safe area to be in the first place, so I guess it is what it is though. But yeah, that was the end of that. Pretty good story. We'll definitely have to play the bonus sometime, probably not next week. I don't know what we're gonna do next week. We're probably gonna not play a detective game next week, but we'll try to do something. My therapist will be rich after this, yes. Definitely. But yeah, definitely, that's gonna be it for today. Definitely recommend me games if you want to see anything else. I have other stuff lined up, but yeah. 10 out of 10 good stream, thank you, and goodbye. Bye-bye, 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 bye-bye.